Nadia Randall is a proud, attentive grandmother of two who is so involved in the lives of her grandchildren that she had a hand in choosing the perfect daycare center for them.
The one is 19 months old and the other one is 13 months old. We actually looked at a couple of schools before we decided on this one. This school won hands down. It's a good school. It's a home environment.
But the homely environment at the creche was bizarrely disrupted in September.
I actually went to a friend on the 28th and she asked me, do you know about the tigers in Boksburg? And I was like, no, there's tigers in Boksburg. And she says, no, but it's right behind a nursery school. And she sent her the photos and the videos and I was like, that's the school my grandchildren are in.
It turns out the family next door to the creche keeps a pair of white tigers in the backyard of their suburban home.
I'm concerned that they're going to come over the wall or through the wall. Not only for my grandchildren, for the other children.
Though they're found across the globe, tigers are common in India, Russia and China, where they thrive in habitats with low temperatures, swamps and dense jungles. So when residents spotted not one, but two of them in Boksburg in Gauteng's East Rand, they were flabbergasted and justifiably horrified. Creche owner Tanya van Rooyen recalls the day staff first saw one of the tigers seated on a high platform overlooking the school.
So it was like looking over, like
over, yes.
looking at the kids?
At the kids, yes.
And how many kids come to the daycare center on a daily basis?
We were, before this tiger, we were 62 kids, and we are standing now on 52.
To Van Rooyen's surprise, there wasn't much the authorities could do to intervene.
From the SPCA to the councillor, we found the municipality, we found EMPD, we found 𝗀𝗀𝗃. Everybody's like, but if they've got a permit, it's fine.
That's because owning a wild animal that is not endemic to South Africa is surprisingly easy in Gauteng, Northwest, Mpumalanga and Limpopo, as no permit is required. Currently, the 𝗀𝗀𝗃 municipality's public health bylaws do not prohibit keeping a tiger as a pet, but oddly, it's illegal to house animals that are found in South Africa. Community activist Audrey Steyn says this makes no sense.
In the bylaws, tigers have been excluded, so you can't keep a lion, but you can keep a tiger.
The bylaws further state that the enclosure of the animals must not be kept within 50 meters of the boundary fence used for human habitation, a condition that the tiger owners are seemingly violating here. They also aren't considering that their 2-meter wall isn't high enough for animals that can jump up to 4 meters. Steyn says the lax bylaws in the East Rand are proving to be quite problematic.
It's not the first time that you've discovered, tigers in recent times in this area. So just take me through, what others have you found out about, especially around exotic animals?
There's tigers in Benoni, there's tigers in Boksburg, there's tigers in Springs and in Brakpan. And these are in residential areas where these people walk the tigers as if they're walking their dogs.
Since spotting the tigers, some residents were completely shocked and scared that they set up an online petition demanding a review of the bylaws. Big cat conservationists say the idea of having cubs in the home is so attractive for some people that they discount the fact that white tigers can grow into an impressive weight of 250 kilograms and an intimidating length of 3 meters.
They're the largest of the big cats, and there's no way that you can domesticate them. There is no such thing as a tame tiger, tame lion, any of these. They are wild animals, and that instinct is just waiting there and show their real behavior and their instinctual behavior.
In 2015, Andy Reeve and Leen Risa established the Love Lions Alive Sanctuary in Sunburn in the Free State, a 3-hour drive from Johannesburg. Reeve says keeping tigers in a suburban backyard is never a good idea.
To have constant sound and even traffic and the smog and smell and everything that comes along with being in a city, and to hear those children all the time, they are being goaded and tempted all the time by what's going on around them. It's not safe.
So who's letting us down here? Is it government? Is it legislation? And how are people getting away with this?
It's government, and even though government knows about tigers being in the suburbs and has known for many years, nothing's been done yet. And you speak to GDOD and they'll say, we don't allow it, we don't approve of it, but they're not stopping it because there's no legislation.
For the well-being of the tigers and safety of the caregivers, a lot of effort goes into the construction of wildcat enclosures.
Well, with us, we use a diamond mesh fence, whereas we use other fences for our lions, but the tigers can get out. So we use a diamond mesh fence, 3 meter tall, 1 meter overhang, and we have 19 to 23 electric strands on that. The electrics are very important. That's what stops them from wanting to even come out, and then it's pegged into the ground. So the electrics stop them from being able to dig, but we also peg the fence down.
The sanctuary tries to create an environment as similar as possible to the natural habitat of wild cats.
Tigers want forest. It's part of their natural environment. We built his enclosure where there's natural rock and mountainous area.
So this is what a proper enclosure should look like if you want to keep a tiger in some sort of enclosure. This is about 3 meters high and then another meter above of electric fencing, giving it about 4 meters. But even if you speak to the people in the sanctuary, they'll tell you that all a tiger wants to do is come out because this is not their natural habitat, but this is the best that you can do for them as opposed to keeping them in some backyard in 𝗏𝗏𝗃.
The demand for wild animals is rising in South Africa, and that is fueled by adorable social media videos similar to the ones posted by the white tiger duo in 𝗏𝗏𝗃, Matthew and Annelien Kruger. In this video, Annelien is seen walking her 2 cats while Matthew cuddles them as if they were fully domesticated. They declined our request for an interview.
Oh no, we're not really interested.
So would you rather that we...
People must say what they want to say. We did nothing wrong.
Instead, their legal representative wrote in an email that their clients have complied with any and all regulations in Gauteng regarding the keeping of exotic animals on their premises. They added that authorities had visited the premises and found that the tigers are in good health and that the enclosure in which they are being kept is sufficient. Desperate to protect the children at her creche, 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗏 has also attempted to negotiate a resolution with the couple.
The moment when I approached her, she was very, very rude. It was like, this is my tigers, they've done nothing wrong and they're not a threat to you. So yeah, it came out to, she's going to sue me because we took a video and we took pictures of her tigers and stuff. Lawyers will be in contact with us.
And indeed, the couple's lawyers did get in touch by means of this letter, warning 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗏 not to take photos of the animals.
And now what's the situation like?
Now, after the media's been involved, we had health and safety here. They made the neighbours put on an electric fence. You feel a little bit safer with that, but you still can't guarantee my parents' safety. How do I promise my parents I can look after their kids with 2 big tigers in the back? I can't do that.
Following the media attention and outcry from neighbors, the Krugers added a layer of plastic sheeting at the top of the fence so the tigers won't be able to see over the fence. A bad move, says Reeve.
We wouldn't use plastic anywhere near a tiger because of the sound. So when that wind hits, the sound of plastic would, ta 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 ta, it would be very disturbing and antagonizing to the tigers.
Surely, if public safety is threatened, authorities should spring into action to protect the community, despite what the bylaws state. But this is a conversation that the Gauteng Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is yet to have on camera. Our numerous attempts to solicit a response were fruitless. These days, neither the staff nor the children at the creche dare to venture outside the building. They're cooped up inside for hours until parents pick up the kids.
And there were so many parents that didn't send their kids to school due to they were scared. And we've got parents that said, I'm taking out my kids out of the school until you can solve the matter. And as you've been fighting, it felt like this tiger's got more rights than us as a school. My children don't have a right. That 2 tigers got more rights.
Randall says a solution must be found quickly because she is not prepared to risk the safety of her grandchildren for much longer.
Is taking the kids out of this facility an option for you?
Yes, I would definitely move the children because I feel that the children's safety comes first. So to me, it's a big concern. I don't feel that it's fair on the school for the kids to be removed because the neighbours want to have tigers. My personal opinion, I feel the tigers need to be moved.